Today I will give you a checklist to use when evaluating a new computer coin and other Web3 project that you are thinking about investing into. It is not a comprehensive video, but it still will certainly give you a good overview of how to think when investing into a new coin. The sad truth is that most people will fail. If you simply do not have the time to do real research, you better stick to the layer ones like Ethereum and also Bitcoin, for example. If you still really want to buy them all, buy an equal percent of all the L1s and move on. With this out of the way, let's get to the checklist. Number one on the list is the use case. Most projects does lack a use case and hence it is not worth anything. Since so many lack a use case, this will eradicate the 50 to 90% of the projects on day one. If it does not have a real value for an immutable public blockchain, then there is no use case for the token either. I'll give you an example of it. People argue that things like medical records on the blockchain should exist, but it does not make any sense at all. Like medical records and similar should be privatized and not in the public. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Number two is generally avoid Web 2 backed projects. This is also an important part. If you find a project that is made from primarily of gang Web 2.0 people, it will likely fail here. This has been proven already. Think of BitCloud, that is now DSO, ICP, and possibly we can throw Loot project into this camp as well. Why is it this way? Because generally Web 2 does not like Web 3. Since the mega Web 2 corporations are simply middlemen that are not going to be needed in the future. So the Web 2 people still has the ID in the Web 2 and does a centralized rebrand of the ID in Web 3.0 and will fail as soon as the hype is done. So number three is aligned incentives. This is a huge one, okay, to keep your eyes on. You need to look at the vesting schedule and the team incentives. You may find people that you really like on the internet, but if they have the incentive to leave as soon as possible, you probably do not want to be involved there. In fact, this is a real problem as developers can get rich quickly within months and retire to never work again. The next one is market and Ponzinomics. This is where the left part of the bell curve comes in aggressively. If a token has a lot of meme magic and Ponzi economics, actually invest in it for a short period. You all saw it with the various Ponzis in the last year, and we also see it happen quickly within the NFT market. This and that celebrity bought to go all in. A way to de-risk yourself from this is by choosing long-term brand versus Web2 celebrity pumps. If you look at the project that do well, they have a lot of crypto clout and not a lot of celebrity clout. And the same goes for the NFT market. If the project is primarily backed by Web 2.0 celebrities, it is going to have a significantly higher failure rate, probably 20 times as high. So the next one, number 5, is whales and sticky hands. You can go through the crypto club and figure out which account have a higher integrity rate. This is done by going through prior commands based on the selling and buying activity where it is possible. If they dump a lot, don't have a lot to lose, have to real prior reputation, you should avoid them simply. Let's draw a quick conclusion here. If you follow the logic here, it's pretty hard to fail. Look for projects with a real use case, projects that are Web 3.0 backed, projects that has aligned incentives, project that has real marketing, and project that has a strong crypto hands, kind of whale backs, okay? If you follow these, you will most likely make money, especially if you're a risk manager. While many projects will still fail despite following this checklist, the chance it will be going up for a good period of time is high. I will give you a bonus for you all. If it is smart to ask yourself, is this the right time for the project? This is missed by many people as timing does matter for starting a project. If you start and market it too small, you will likely be crushed. Think of Uber as an example. If you tried to start in a year of 2000, it would have failed as people were too scared to get in cars with strangers. So let's take an ending note here also. As I mentioned earlier, if you follow this, you will find it hard to fail, even if some of you will still does. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on crypto, since you will have to learn it sooner or later anyway. You were warned.